Okay. Oh, both collaborations, no. Okay. Or Kuami Eugene and okay. TikTok. There was also that conversation. I say, you lied. I say, oh now true. No darling, Emma Keche. And they came out to say that Engen Craze was their song and they only featured you.
Wow.
Wow, there, wow. Now you turn into ambulance. Wow. Now Kuami Eugene has turned into ambulance. Wow. No problem. Delay interviewed Kuami Eugene last week, and during the interview, a question about Keche's song was asked. And Keche posted that side of the interview on Twitter, and they captioned it, "Wow, look." And this has generated a debate on social media. Did Kuami Eugene say something wrong? Is Keche trying to take credit from Kuami Eugene? Did Kuami Eugene take credit from Keche? Whatever it is, no. I'm here with the full gist. 6 or 5 months ago, Kuami Eugene went for an interview on Free Music. He said some things. Keche retaliated by going for an interview on Zion Felix. He said some things. They said some things. Now, Kuami Eugene has done another interview with Delay, and he's saying some other things. I have the full gist for you. I'm the Headless YouTuber, there's Headless Reactions. Yanka! A few years ago, Kuami Eugene was on a rampage. Kuami Eugene was dashing hit songs to people anyhow. Kuami Eugene was in his bag. Every song that Kuami Eugene was on, Kuami Eugene made sure he owned the song. When I say own the song in this context, I'm trying to say he made sure he dominated on the song. Keche, No Darling, featuring Kuami Eugene. He owned that song. Ochame Kwame, Yako. Kuami Eugene owned that song. Kwame Yogurt, Bibi Besi featuring Kuami Eugene. Kuami Eugene owned that song. Even recently, Amado, Metia, Medoka, Metio, Kuami Eugene owned the song. Dead people even featured him and he rapped. And in that rap, no, he owned the song. Oh, clap for Kuami Eugene. Now, let's talk about No Darling featuring Keche. This is a song that Kuami Eugene featured on, and it was a big comeback for Keche. A very big comeback for Keche, I think 2 years ago. Now, Kuami Eugene went for an interview at Free Music. And in the interview, they were talking about him signing on to Empire and what the record label does that maybe as an independent artist, he can do better and stuff like that. And Kuami Eugene was saying, as a creative person, sometimes you do a song and you think like you have so much connection to the song. Probably you've done a song about your mom or about your personal experience. But a record label will tell you that no, don't release it. Don't release it, put this one out instead. But if you're an independent artist, like Sarkodie, you can do whatever you want. You can take a wine glass and advise Shatawali. And then Jay Foley asked him that, okay, do you have any example of a song that you wanted to put out and your label said no? And Kuami Eugene said this. Watch this video.
Okay, let me say this thing about No Darling. The label was very mad with No Darling. I mean, they will kill me if I say it like... I'm sure. They were very mad with No Darling because No Darling was my song.
Featuring Keche.
Yes.
That song is a classic.
Yeah, the chorus was done, everything was done.
And you dashed it to them.
And when Keche came, I just made them do their verses and put it out there.
I feel you.
Within a week, boom, the song was out there.
But that song was a good one.
Yeah, it was.
It actually became
that's
like
a jam.
it became like the rebirth of Keche.
Yeah.
Now, with this that Kuami Eugene said, no, the whole thing sounded like the song was for him. He made the song and then called Keche that, come, let me give you a song, come. And Keche came and he gave them a song. And Keche were not happy with it. So Keche went for an interview on Zion Felix channel and they went to clear the air to explain how No Darling came to be. And this is their story of how No Darling came to be. Watch this video.
No Darling,
No Darling.
Yeah, No Darling.
Keche featuring Kuami Eugene.
Huh? Yes, but Kuami Eugene say...
Okay, the whole thing is...
Yes.
I'm coming.
I beg, no, I beg.
I'm trying to explain.
No, make a talk something, I beg you. Zion, I bet the pastor won't talk about this. Do you know why I'm saying that? Because Obi can someone last week on free. I don't want us to talk about this. Kuami Eugene got to baby say, or not trust hand in the mind, or should be beer man. Kuami Eugene no rapper.
Kuami Eugene rapper. Oh, dead people when you remix or rap.
If you can rap, when you rap.
Oh, calm down. Kuami Eugene can rap. Kuami Eugene can rap. Let's not even go there.
Nanabo, Nanaba, Majimi Range to Nanaba, and I want to come home some no Yami City dance for the breakfast.
Let's not go there. I know we are trying to, like we are angry and tempers are high, but let's not try to discredit Kuami Eugene's rapping skills. Kuami Eugene out-rapped a lot of rappers on that song. So this is their story. Watch this video.
Every day I tell people, everybody who knows me knows that he's one of my favorite singers. Aside Keche, one of my favorite singers in the industry. I like him so much, right? We called for a collaboration, and then Joshua sent a song already done. He said that, he thinks we should work on a different beat. So that song, even that song we redid that song with a Nigerian artist. It will be on our album. So I spoke to Willis B. Joshua to call him back and forth, and he sent us the beat. When he sent the beat, I wrote my chorus, and I wrote a chorus and I wrote my verses. Joshua, so then he said that we should come to his studio. So he asked Joshua to send the beat first, not on the beat before we come. So Joshua sent the beat to him. So myself, our CEO, who happens to be my wife, our manager, Teddy, we all went there. So about 5 people. We went to the house, and then when we got there, he was there with White Black. One guy, he's called White Black. We entered the house. He said that Charlie, the beat no more sending mom, the beat no crazy. Into me kwampo menya idea mbiti matwa to so. Listen, menya idea binti matwa to so. Into muntie if you love it. No so so mature chorus me verse on radio. Into what the team was like, okay, we should listen. You tie no be so then I sang comedian. Yes, and he has already made the song on the chorus. And I sang my own. And the team, he was like, Charlie, what didn't say hard do? And so now it was left for us to decide whether we put my own or we keep his own.
So I brought the idea, say, Sadia, and we would like you to do what you've done. Should be only that one.
Now, then I should just do a verse. So I had to just forget my chorus and do a verse. And I did a verse, and that was it. I mean, that was how the whole thing got to. But then, I mean, I heard him talk about the fact that no watch toward the dad and our friend or the man and no friend Willis beats no more beats. But then you see, I mean, Keche, like I said, it's my younger, but it's been mature. I don't want to just go into these things and channel that focus, to what we are doing.
Like every like with the click, with the chat, with the talk. It says something to be honest. Sir, you know what you're saying is not true. And you know, crazy not to catch us. Start a music career. Obian show you my and da. You do still Andrew's hook. And you about to sign you no dollar no. You make sense for no reason. Don't say this the houses. Now Andrew is selling the way that it was a hook. Then even what is okay. Charlie, you want to be hard. Okay, then you know what? Bruh, you will pay. You would pay. Then Andrew have to turn his. Okay. Even me do, I have to change my rap again. Or time we rebel into all that. Social media, I did it there in the studio. So we did everything together. So why make like my year to that and you might work hard and I have to give it? No, it's never true.
So now there are 2 sides of the story. There are 2 sides. Kuami Eugene painted the picture that like the song was for him, like it's a song that he has made in the studio. And then he gifted it to them, to Keche. Now Keche is also saying no. It's a song that we wanted to do. We have already done our chorus and all that. That one there, forget it. The main point is they sent the beat to Kuami Eugene. Kuami Eugene did his own thing he wants to do on the beat. And probably Links Entertainment people heard the beat and they said, hey, anyway, there do. And later found out that it's for Keche or he has given it to Keche or whatever. The main point is, Kuami Eugene wrote that side of the song. And if we are being honest, that side of the song is the song. Aye, DJ Kuami Lala, oh girl, that side is the song. That is the song. Even though Keche's contribution on the song is also powerful. Keche Joshua and Keche Andrew's verse on the song were powerful enough that people can sing their parts of the song too. People can sing. So yes, all three of them performed marvelous on the song. Now, Kuami Eugene went for an interview on Delay's show. And Delay asked him the same question. And this time, this is what Kuami Eugene is saying. Watch this video.
Okay, all collaborations, no, okay, or Chame Kwame and okay, TikTok. There was also that conversation. I say, you lied. I say, oh, now true, no darling, Emma Keche. And they came out to say that Engeno Craze was their song and they only featured you.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, for me and now. Okay.
I mean, I'm saying wow because, but where the party did today, no darling. So no darling. That's from DJ Kuami Lala. I dropped the song, make it then the whole chorus, that whole hook embodiment, no. So Obika said, "Oh no, not sure. I think it's. I don't know how to say this, not to come out as disrespectful, but it's a big lie. Cause I wrote that.
You wrote that.
I wrote
and why
that.
would they say "Oh no, Troy"?
Maybe because I keep saying this all the time. Say your industry, there are certain things are yentiasie baby. People think this will be trauma bia. Na nipa na ya trauma no need talent. But it doesn't work like that in the Western world. They recorded their verse in my studio.
Okay.
And I didn't charge 1 CD for no darling.
Okay. Did you say something you would Diana Oka say would a mom na reach you?
Omo buy no. Na matro from DJ Kuami Lala. Drop the song make it there. Oh, to where the party the matwabi. And the omo de be kan here. Or time baby inti oda.
But it was their song. They initiated this,
It was already written.
By you.
I've done this before. Normally, only me by Nyuma.
Keche. But you wrote it.
But I've done this before, writing a song and putting everything together. Now, out there. Then we don't have to go back trying to put the chorus together because my editor.
I get what you're saying.
So now, according to what Kuami Eugene is saying, the conversation has shifted from I own the song to I wrote the song. The conversation has shifted because initially Kuami Eugene made it sound like the song was for him. Like it was his song and he gifted it. But now he's making it clear that he wrote the lyrics. DJ Kuami Lala, Choi. And from what Keche said on Zion Felix, it means indeed it's true. Kuami Eugene wrote the song. Choi, he wrote it. So what is Keche's problem now? For them to come and post on social media and say, wow, look. Is the wow look for Kuami Eugene is lying, he didn't write the song? Or the wow look is Kuami Eugene has changed his mouth now and he's saying something different? What is the wow look? Yes, someone can say if you go and sit at a barber shop, the guys, and you don't tell them, do my hair like this, do it like this. I want a boy here like Lyrical Joe. If you don't say it, they'll shave your hair anyhow they want to shave it. And that is what is happening to Keche. If you don't come out clear to state what you want to state, people will read meanings and they'll attack you free. Why look no? Is it because Kuami Eugene has said something different? Or is it because you are still maintaining that Kuami Eugene has not written a song for you? Meanwhile, Kuami Eugene wrote that side of the song. And if you listen to the song, that side of the song is like 50 or 60% or 70% of the entire song. Because his chorus, no darling, it was repeated 3 times in the song. Before the DJ Kuami Lala also came. So, what is the wow look? Share your views in the comment section what you think the wow look is. Because if, from what Kuami Eugene said on Delay's show, it means he wrote the song. Kuami Eugene wrote DJ Kami Lala, Kami na make we dance, ooh, yeah. He wrote it. He sang it. And Keche has confirmed it that yes. When we went to his studio, he had already written and sung that side of the song. And we agreed that, okay, then let's keep yours. So what is the big deal here? Let me know in the comment section. But what I would like to add to this is, if Ghanaian artists do not take into consideration a split sheet, if Ghanaian artists do not stop the boys thing that they usually do, pick a phone, call Famille, hey, Famille, may send you beats, I'm sending you a beat, do a song for me. Famille will do the song and send it to you. You call your friend and say, Kuami Eugene, oh, send me a beat, I'll do it to you, I'll do it for you. No split sheet. And then later, these things come up. Because if you go to Keche's page on YouTube, there's nowhere that is written that Kuami Eugene wrote any part of the song. Meanwhile, they've confirmed in an interview that Kuami Eugene wrote parts of the song. So, is Kuami Eugene getting royalties for writing parts of the song? Is Kuami Eugene getting paid? Because Kuami Eugene said he didn't charge them for the feature. Is he getting paid through the royalties? Or that one to know? Whatever it is, share your views in the comment section. This is why Keche and Kuami Eugene are trending and people are dragging and all that. Watch other videos on this channel. Tell somebody about Headless. Subscribe if you haven't. Yeah, then. Yeah,